We want to be able to give them everything, and to be able to say, okay, I can't give them what they deserve or need, and to be able to put them into care voluntarily, like that's the hardest decision that a parent would ever have to make. And a lot of people don't look at it from that point. They look at it from, you're a horrible person for not parenting your child.
Hi, my name is Lucy French, and I am the one of the family support workers at AFABC, Adoptive Families Association of British Columbia. So I want to introduce everybody to Jessica, and I'm used to calling her Jess, so it's weird to say Jessica.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I met her at one of the worst times of my life. My son had been removed, and they cared for him for, I think it was about a year and a half total. My father had died when my son was born, and his father, my ex-husband, had gone to drugs and ended up being deported back to the States. So it was just myself and my mom and my son. I maintained for many years, but I'd always had problems with addiction. And when he was about 5, I believe, is when he ended up being removed from my care. I felt really judged by them, and that made me slip harder. And I felt that they knew what was best for my kid, so why would I try to get better because I couldn't give them the life that they could? You know, from going to having my son every day for 5 years to barely seeing him maybe once a week, it did not give me the push I needed to get better. It did the opposite, and I got worse. It was very hard to maintain a relationship with my son because it was supervised by my mother, who did not understand addiction at that time, did not understand why I could choose drugs over my son, and thought that it was a choice. So for I don't know, maybe 6 months or so, I didn't really have any relationship with my son and or my mother. And so that made it really easy for me to wallow in self-pity and be a victim and blame everyone and not get the help I needed. My mom, after a very hard decision, decided that what would be best for everyone would be for my son to go back into care. Luckily, the social worker that I had suggested that I meet the foster family. The other option that was in an area of town that I could afford to live, and I could afford to continue a lifestyle if I was to get my son back in my care. I wanted a foster home where I could potentially keep him in the same area and with the same friends. And this is where Lucy and Chelsea came into my life. They made me feel good about this and made my mom feel even better about her decision. I felt, you know, embraced by them, and we're all in this together. What can we do now to get you guys back together? I had visits 3 times a week, and they were supervised, but it was a schedule. And I can tell you, as an addict, we need structure and we need those rules. It was nice to know that he was taken care of and loved, but so was I. That it wasn't just all about him. That I was included in the process. I was included in decision making, and I felt like his mom. By them, I never felt judged. I never felt, um, I always felt included. I always felt that, if I messed up, I messed up, but that wasn't going to affect how they thought of me or my parenting. And that's what made the difference, between me getting better and me staying sick. Overall, the time that I tried the hardest, with my son and stuff while I was in care was when he was with Lucy and Chelsea, when I did feel included. And I still feel that way. Like, when good things happen in our lives, I want to share it with you guys. I feel like you're like a part of our lives for the rest of our lives. So thank you.
And oh my gosh, thank you. You're welcome. Where can you just give us a quick, where are you at right now? Because you shared some lovely news with us over the last little while.
I'm where I never thought I would be. I'm
Yeah.
4 years sober. I have a new job that is turning into a career, and I just got engaged.
Well, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
we'll talk again, but thank you for
Yes.
being part of this.